Welcome to episode 46 of A Fighting Chance. I'm Jared, and we got Sal. What's going on, dude?
What's up, my man?
We're wrapping this year up of the UFC, of MMA.
Yeah.
Holidays coming up. We just had a beautiful fight weekend. Leon Edwards keeps his belt.
Retain.
How you feeling?
Feel pretty good.
Retain.
I thought he looked very good. Colby looked like garbage, and I went to sleep.
You don't think he had 3, 4, and 5? You don't think he had rounds 3, 4, and 5?
The judges are corrupt.
Dude, I mean, when you're that much of a Trump supporter, you never know what's going to happen, good or bad.
I mean,
good or bad.
Trump didn't even look interested. He left during his post-fight speech.
Trump doesn't like being let down.
Yeah. He talked a lot of, there's no way I'm losing in front of Donald Trump. Gets destroyed.
Yeah. Trump was like, Trump wanted a recount with this fight too.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing for Colby. Happy for Leon that he got his, I guess, revenge. And
classy guy too.
Yeah.
Classy guy. Even telling like Dave to be quiet behind him, his coach.
Yeah,
like in the end, like
his coach was going nuts.
I mean, it got a little. Dude, his coach was going nuts, and I don't know. It was. I mean, you could tell like even Leon was getting choked up, and just he kept like, you know, obviously it was an emotional week for him, but it didn't get angry like in that last bit. Like it was nice to see somebody, you know, because it's an exciting time and it's good to celebrate. It's good to even if you're choked up, like you can still be happy in that moment. But it was nice to not see like anger win, because I you know, as somebody who's been angry in my past, like if he had walked away from that moment after being angry, it would have really, really, like, it would have bothered him. Like later that night, it would have been like, damn, if only I kept it together in that one moment where there's a microphone in front of me. So I was really happy to know that happy for him that he kept it together in that moment.
Well, that's real champ stuff too. I think he's like the perfect embodiment of a true champion. Like he stays composed. You know, he still stands on what he stands on. He's not like a pushover, but yeah, I think he gained a lot of fans this weekend.
We had a nice contrast of champions with Sean Strickland getting in a fight in the crowd while Leon was being a classy champion in the octagon.
That was awesome. I absolutely loved it.
What do you think? What you think? I mean, it's a crazy thing because in one conversation we talk about this sport like, you know, we got to hold ourselves to this high standard of being professional athletes and, you know, not bringing, you know, trash talk to that uncomfortable, disrespecting family members level and disrespecting your childhood level. And in another, it's like, if this is a sport that we're trying to treat like a professional sport, if any like NBA athlete or NFL athlete got in a fight in a crowd at another event, like they'd be suspended, or like, you know, there'd be a fine, there'd be some kind of punishment. And so it is kind of funny because like, it's like we want this thing, but we also don't want this thing.
Yeah, I think it's context is everything. Like, I think it's obvious that we want the champions to be, you know, like Leon and mild mannered and like, you know, role models. But at the end of the day, I don't think you can compare this to any other sport just because of the nature of it. Like you're going in there and punching and kicking people in the heads and faces. Like as much as you want to,
and that's how I feel.
Yeah, as much as you want to bring it down to this, you know, let's clean up the sport. It's never going to be that clean because it's just such a violent thing by nature. So, you know, you're going to have the exceptions like Leon and all that, but you're also going to have Sean Strickland's, and like they're cage fighters and this is what they do. And he got disrespected. He went and handled it.
But I think that's why I get like a little annoyed when I hear people talking about like for 2 days last week, this sport was, you know, under this dark cloud and this disgusting thing. And I'm not saying it wasn't disgusting, but I'm saying take it for what it is and take it for like what we're watching. It's like in no other sport would you have any other press conference where, I mean, words are being said that aren't bleeped out, that like literally if you say these words that Sean Strickland can say, like you get kicked off of YouTube.
Your
So
career
it's
is
like,
over.
I don't know. I literally, I mean, literally, so it's such a funny thing because we say like, oh, we want, these, guys to act a certain way, but like in the next, it's like, we want knockouts, we want violence.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm confused.
I just think it's more like people try to control how these people are gonna act. They're gonna act like how they want to act. If they want to hold themselves, to that standard, then they'll do it. But if not, like that's just it's what it is. You can't control the person, and I think that's the biggest thing in the UFC is like they are what they are, and that's it.
It is interesting to think like since the UFC merged with the company with the WWE, like it does feel like there's some like just more drama. I don't know, like I'm not saying there's like stuff being written behind the scenes, but like right now it's like we're talking about, obviously Colby always comes with drama, but we've got Sean Strickland with drama with now Rodriguez.
Yeah.
We've got obviously like we've got the O'Malley stuff that's going to be coming up soon. We've got and then of course the biggest one, Ian Gary, the biggest drama.
Well, I think like I mean, if you've been a fan for a while, you could ask them like there's been times like this going back years. It's just I think now with social media and all that, we're just seeing it more. Like there's more, like the Ian Gary thing is something that wouldn't have happened 8 years ago because no one's that involved. Like that's
Right.
just information that wouldn't have gotten spread like that, and now it's just so easy to tweet, and now everybody knows. So I think it's a combination. I don't think it's scripted necessarily. Like maybe
No,
Sean
I
or
don't.
maybe
No,
Dana knew what he was doing by sitting them next to each other. Like I'm sure there's little things like that, but that's
that could
not.
be.
Yeah, that's not scripting outcomes of fights
That
and
could
stuff like
be.
that. So
Right. Um, the Ian Gary thing is wild because he's been the most talked about person for the last month in the UFC, and with no interviews, like there's nothing of him talking, doing anything, addressing what's been going on.
yeah,
And then you've got, then he doesn't show up to this fight because of pneumonia, like the flu. And it's so, I don't know, like I'm not saying he didn't show up because of what was going on with his family, but it did seem like the Vicente Luque fight just never seemed like it should have been booked between the
yeah.
two of them.
Honestly, it's a risky fight for him. He probably looked at like the safety one of himself and his family, the risk of that kind of fight, and then it was maybe this I don't know just popped up. I guess pneumonia.
So no, so do you think he was sick? Do you think he was,
Yeah,
or do you think this was just a?
I'm not gonna say that he's faking it or whatever, but I'm also not gonna say like it could he could have done it, he could have not done it. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
I know he's booked already again to fight
With Jeff Neal though,
Yeah.
like not. Yeah.
So
There
I just
was
think there's
no.
too many factors.
There was no Vicente Luque fight.
No, this is maybe one of those Paulo Costa, and what was it? And Hamzat situations like this was never gonna happen, and just
Right.
you know,
I mean, Vicente was there. Vicente was ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks for him because this would have been a nice little win. But it is what it is. You move on. It was a great card without the fight. I think I like the prelims more than the main card. Prelims were pretty
Those
banger.
prelims were incredible.
Yeah.
What do you what was this a stick out moment for you on the prelims?
Irene Aldana versus Carol Rosa for sure. That fight was crazy.
Did you think that could have went any other way than Aldana?
No, I think the commentary made it feel maybe a little, I don't want to say closer, but a little more towards Carol than it should have been. She was doing damage with the leg kick, but I don't think they were acknowledging how much Irene was doing with her boxing. Like they're like, oh yeah, she's kicking up that leg, she can't be boxing. But because of where it was, like it was an inside leg kick, it wasn't really affecting her mobility. and she's tough. Like we
Right.
know that. So I think they didn't look past that, which they tend to do on the commentary. They'll kind of get stuck on something, and that's the narrative for the fight. But I thought she looked
Yeah.
really good. She did make the adjustment. She started checking like later in the fight, and I thought it was a pretty easy win.
I thought the judges got a few that in the past I feel like they could have gotten it wrong, but I
Yeah.
feel like the criteria is pretty set in stone at this point, and they're doing a better job. Like with the Dustin Jacoby fight,
Yes.
like that was a really, really good call with them. Like if they would have given that to Dustin based off of just the damage that Alonzo does with each hit versus just touching him
Mm-hmm.
up, like it's a big difference, and I'm just happy that they got that right.
Yeah, like you can't deny when someone gets knocked down 3-4 times. Like as much as you touch them up, like who was on the floor most of this fight due to a punch hitting their jaw. So I'm glad they got that one right.
the The best part of that fight was Dean Thomas talking about, he's like, I don't ever give Pat Barry compliments, but right now I have to.
I never thought Pat
Did you
Barry
hear
would
that?
be a good coach. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, he's like, but right now I gotta give him some credit.
I mean, Alonzo has
that was
looked really,
awesome.
really good in his last few fights. He's got a nice little streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be moving up. He should be getting a top 10, top 5 fight next. Because Jacoby is not, some chump. Like there's a lot of people who have struggled with him. Khalil struggled with him. It's just a tough fight, so I think he should get a nice opportunity next.
What you brought up Khalil. What do you think of him getting a title shot?
I mean, I'm a Khalil. He's like one of my favorite fighters, so obviously, like, yeah, that'd be great. Realistically, I don't think it happens next. But I mean, 2 more wins and you could put him in the title shot for sure. Or title fight.
I mean, there is a chance he could get it though, based off of where everybody else is in the division.
Yeah, I think because Rakic and
like if Alex wants to fight, if Alex wants to fight soon, the only guy that's ready is Khalil.
Yeah, and then we're looking at like a Sean Strickland situation.
Yeah.
And Alex has said, like, I know he's open to it. I think he tweeted something or said I like this guy or whatever.
Well, dude, he's been in the UFC for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And the current champions had like 8 fights.
Yeah.
So it isn't that crazy to do.
No, and I mean, he's putting in work. He's got a really good win streak right now. Good win over Anthony Smith. Yeah. I'd also, like, I think this depends how this Johnny Walker fight goes with Magomed in, I think it's next month.
Yeah. But
so,
let's say they both need some serious time to recover from like a war.
Yeah.
Then we're looking at...
yeah, now that you lay it out like that, I think it's... Because Rakic is not going to get a shot.
Right. He hasn't been there in like 3 years.
No, and like, I don't know. I don't think they booked the fight with Yuri. So as of right now, he doesn't have a fight. Jan Blachowicz does not have a fight. He's gotten his title shots.
And isn't he injured?
Yes, that's true. He is injured.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is in the top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's see.
I mean, you can't give a guy who's coming off a loss. You can't give like Ryan Spann. It's like,
no,
this is the guy. This is the guy right now.
Let's see. At light heavyweight, yeah, Rakic is out. Jan is out. Magomed is fighting Johnny. Not gonna give it to Yuri. Jamal.
But imagine if they're banged up though. If they're banged up for months.
Yeah. So I mean, really, the only options, assuming that Johnny Walker and Magomed are gonna need some time after their fight, it's Nikita Krylov or Khalil, and they'll probably go with Khalil.
Or Israel Adesanya comes up to daddy
for 300. You think they would do that?
Yeah, that'd It'd be huge, right? Like they're keeping that in their back pocket.
Dude, honestly, that might be it because I don't know
I don't see it.
the way they're stacking 299. I don't see what many fights are left to like put on. Like I don't know.
That'd be massive. I mean, they need to do something,
and they need to announce it pretty soon. Pretty soon.
I mean, they've got that, or something with Connor, but they just haven't announced.
That would be so bad, dude. I just Michael Chandler versus Connor. Like I would for 300. If you're gonna put Connor, I'd rather see the trilogy or the quadrilogy with DP. That to me is more interesting.
For sure. I don't
than Michael Chandler.
I don't think that's off the table. I don't think that's off the table.
Yeah, like I like Connor on 300. I just don't like Michael Chandler as his opponent. I feel like it'd be a waste of a headline.
But he's a company man.
Yeah, but whatever. And honestly,
why is it that we don't like guys like Chandler?
I think it's I don't know. I can't like narrow it down because I guess I could say I don't like how he talks trash. I
just cringe.
Yeah, he's just
cringy. Like, is he cringy?
Just cringy.
Yeah, cringy.
And just some of like how he carries himself sometimes in the cage. I don't like. Like he was blowing blood on Dustin's face during that fight and like hooking his nose. I just think he's dirty sometimes. The backflips when he knocked out Tony. He's just a little classless, and I'm not that big of a fan. But I mean, he seems like a decent guy. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
All right.
So
what happened to Randy Brown? Do you know what happened to that fight?
No, I do not. Let me see.
I was waiting for it. I was like, that's coming out. It never happened.
Randy Brown.
You got that Ian Gary flu.
Let's see. Undisclosed illness.
He's like, Ian Gary. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
No.
No.
I don't.
Dude, what'd you make of your boy Josh Emmett?
Dude, I called it right before the fight happened. I was like, I believe that this will be quick. I just like stylistically that was not in favor of Bryce whatsoever. It felt almost inevitable. I didn't think it would be that brutal because it was like hard to watch. He was convulsing and stuff. But yeah, I mean, no one ever doubted that he hits hard. I think that's kind of it. Like, he has to land that one shot.
That's all he's got.
Yeah, if not, like, then you have the Topuria situation where he boxed up for 5 rounds. So, I mean...
If he could land that shot on anybody, though, he would literally be a champion.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, he can knock out people at 170. Like, that's how hard he hits.
I heard Bryce now believes that the earth is round after that.
I saw a video of Bryce was like thanking him for not following up. He was like, "Thank you for not."
Dude, Bryce is a good.
Yeah,
Bryce is a good guy, man. I was watching that video too. He's a classy dude.
Yeah,
I like Bryce.
But I'm happy for Josh. He got his win. It had a rough year, and he could honestly call it after that. Like, I know he said this is the comeback, but it's a nice way to go out. With a devastating knockout. How old is he? He's 36, 37. He's a little older. Is he that old? Yeah. I mean, because he was older when he came in. I remember he beat...
what's he going to go do?
I don't know.
What's Josh going to go do? He's got to fight for 15 more years.
I remember when he blew up.
If he's not breaking a sweat in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What were you saying?
What? Yeah, I don't know where he came from. I remember like 4 fights ago when he fought Dan Ige, everybody was like Josh Emmett, Josh Emmett. I was like,
Yeah.
who is this guy?
Well, he had been in the UFC for a little bit. He had like 3 or 4 fights, but he wasn't ranked or anything. And then he fought Ricardo Lamas on short notice, who was like number 3 in the world. So this was number 3 fighting an unranked guy, and he absolutely flatlined him. That was the first time I saw him, and like it clacked him on my radar. And then from there, he's just he's gotten good wins. He stayed in the top 10. But yeah, he's a little older now. He's 38, so it gets harder with the cuts.
Oh,
it's a lighter division. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell him what to do.
Sail off.
I just think that'd be a nice.
I can.
You have the authority.
Josh, you're done.
You're done, Josh.
You're done.
Call it quits, Josh.
Dude, your Miami neck of the woods card is starting to get stacked.
I am gonna have to go.
Do you think so?
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous at this point. Let's see. Headliner, Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera. Co-main, Gilbert Burns,
Awesome.
Jack Della Maddalena.
Incredible fight.
Curtis Blades, Jailton Almeida.
I didn't even know that one.
Yeah, dude. Caitlin Chukagi and Macy Barber. Mateusz Gamrot, RDA. Also a good one. Piotr Yang versus Song Yadong.
Wait. Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
How does Gamrot and RDA make any sense?
I don't know, because I thought RDA was done fighting top.
I thought RDA was 170.
Yeah. I guess not.
But how does Gamrot going from I know it was like a weird win over Fiziev, but he did beat him. How does he go from winning that fight to fighting RDA?
Because who the hell else is he gonna fight? Like, let's look at 55. Michael Chandler is out. He already fought Armin.
He can fight Khalil.
He's not gonna fight Gaethje. He's not gonna fight Poirier. He's not gonna fight Charles. I mean, like, that's it. There's like no fights in that division.
Why can't he fight
Benoit Saint Denis?
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now you're talking though. That makes a lot. There we go. We found a good one. That makes so much more sense than RDA.
Yeah. Well, I think he knows it.
60% of people say. 60% of people say Benoit. It's so ridiculous.
Benoit.
Benoit Saint Denis.
Dennis. Yeah, dude. I don't think anybody wants that fight. And it'll stay like that for a while. Like, look, same thing with Armin. Look how long it took for him to just get a top 5 guy. These people they duck opponents. But yeah, man.
Oh my gosh. No, you are right, because like even Jalen Turner, like they just fought too.
Yeah,
they fought each other.
Be out. Renato is booked.
Yeah, but like, who's Renato fighting?
He's fighting Drew Dober.
Really?
Which I don't like. I don't like for Renato.
When is that? When is that happening?
That is. Yeah, I know he's our boy and all, but that's a rough fight. It is a rough fight. That is February 3rd. Oops. Yeah.
Interesting. At the Apex?
It's on Dolice. Yeah, Dolice versus Nasruddin Imavov. Maybe worst main event in the last 6 months.
I'd rather Moicano and Drew Dober headline that.
That makes a little more sense. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be more entertained.
I don't know.
It's crazy how long it's been for Moicano. He hasn't been there since Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, almost 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Like that was 2022.
Got to get off the.
Damn.
It's got to get off the YouTube channel.
End it already. But yeah, what a year it's been, huh? For everything.
Yeah, what are your highlights? Do you got any highlights that weren't these last 2 weeks from this year?
Yeah, number one is Sean Strickland beating the shit out of Israel Adesanya for 5 rounds on short notice.
That's got to be
100%.
That's got to be.
Yeah. I don't know.
Number 2? Do you have a number 2?
Number 2. Well, let me look back at events. See.
Like a happy moment for you.
Happy moment for me.
There weren't as many this year as the year before.
No. Actually, a lot of sad moments this year also. Like Gaethje Poirier was just
a lot
depressing. Volk Islam was depressing. Actually, one of the standout moments for me was a little earlier in the year. Jared Cannonier against Vettori. That might be number 2 for me. I think he looked so dominant in that fight. That was pretty impressive.
Charles's win over Beneil was up there for me.
Yes, the return of Charles was great. Tom Aspinall becoming heavyweight champion was also pretty spectacular. Alex Pereira winning the light heavyweight belt, probably also top 5.
Alex losing the middleweight belt was not happy. That was a sad moment.
But it adds to him winning it just 6 months later?
For sure. It's
pretty badass.
Yes, good point.
Yes. It was a sad year to be a Rob Font fan.
It was actually you had a happy moment there against Giannis though.
Yeah,
that was a good moment.
I was like, oh my god, is this it? Is it happening? And then just pain. Just ruthless end to the year for Rob Font.
Yeah, not a great year to be an Aljamain Sterling fan either.
No. Or my other favorite fighter, Adrian Yanez. Shitty year. Very shitty year. Compared to coming into the year, how much hype he had. Pretty rough. So all of my favorites...
It wasn't a good year to be an Elise Reed fan. Being an Elise Reed fan this year was tough.
No, or to be a fan of the women's bantamweight division, because nothing happened there.
Yeah.
Amanda dipped, and it has been completely stagnant the entire year.
Being a Dylan Dennis fan wasn't easy either.
Grasso beat Shevchenko this year. Yeah. So that was also a big one, Alexa Grasso. Yeah. But yeah, I think more sad moments this year than anything. The Zombie getting knocked out was very sad. Even though it was a Max Holloway win, which I always love. So interesting year. Very interesting.
That only means we're setting up for a happy year coming up.
Yes. Sean Strickland will destroy Dricus du Plessis. Chito Vera will become bantamweight champion of the world. And Volkanovski will beat the dog shit out of Ilia Topuria. And everything will be great. And... Oh, Michael!
I don't even believe. I don't believe 2 of those are going to happen.
Yeah, I don't believe the Topuria one or the Sean O'Malley one. But I think Sean can beat Dricus.
I think, actually, now that you said it, I don't believe all 3 of what you said. I think Sean's going to win. I think Dricus is going to win, and I think Ilya's going to win. I'm saying it going into 2024.
You're going both Sean's and Ilya.
No.
Or sorry, Dricus,
no, Sean O'Malley.
And Ilya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ilya. Yeah. I think Volk needs to stop cooking for a few months.
Yeah. I don't know. And he didn't seem too confident. I know it's just a press conference, but it didn't feel like Volk. It was weird. He's kind of like...
Wasn't it weird?
Yeah, he was a little deflated. Like he's usually so sure of himself, but it didn't feel like it was there. It was kind of sad. But
yeah, I wasn't that stoked in that moment.
mm-mm.
I was like, no, Volk, you got this.
But I mean, if it goes the way that I hope it goes, it'll be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Well, you want to pick some how about this? Let's end this year by picking our champions by next year.
Okay, I like that. Let me go.
I think that's a good idea.
So let's start at flyweight.
I want to know. Yeah.
Who's
First of all, Pantoja?
Yeah.
Stand up dude.
Great
Stand up dude.
Couldn't be happier for someone to be champion other than like Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of 2024, Manel Cap will be the flyweight champion. That's my pick.
Nice.
What's yours?
I think Pantoja will still be the champion.
Interesting. So you think he beats Manel again?
Yes.
I like it. This is also assuming Manel. I think he's fighting Alex Perez. I can't remember.
Yeah, I got Pantoja champion at the end of 2024.
Okay, I like it. And then moving on to bantamweight, I think I know what your answer is gonna be. But my pick is Merab Dvalishvili.
Sean O'Malley.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Sandman? You don't think?
Yes.
You don't think he could do it?
I think he can. I don't think he's going to get that fight by then.
Because, like, say either situation, if Cheeto beats Sean, you think they probably do a rematch there?
Why?
I don't know.
That'd be Cheeto winning 2 on him.
That feel like the UFC is something they would do. Okay, but say Sean wins. Next, you give it to Merab. I think Merab wins. Who else is left? Corey.
You're right. Thank you. You've convinced me. I don't even know why I didn't say him. He's my favorite fighter. He's my favorite fighter. He's going to be the champion.
He's fighting for the belt.
He's going to be the champion. Okay. Corey Sandhagen. Sandhagen.
Okay. Featherweight.
Whoa.
In the featherweight division, I'm going to be delusional in this one. And I'm going to go Calvin Kattar is going to be our featherweight champion of the world in 2024.
Oh, come on. This is supposed to be serious. Are you being serious?
No. I'm going to go probably Ilya Sapuria. No.
All right. You ready for this one?
Go for it.
Aljamain Sterling.
No comment. All right, lightweight.
Okay.
I feel maybe 150% confident.
Wait, I wasn't even being serious.
Oh, okay. What's your featherweight?
Ilya. I'm with you on that one.
Nice. Okay, lightweight. Yeah. I'm very confident that Arman Tsarukyan will be the lightweight champion of the world next year.
Nice. I like that. I think Islam will still have it.
The doggies stay on top. Okay.
There you go.
Now we're looking at welterweight, which we just saw go down. And I'm going to go, despite being a massive Leon fan, I'm going to say Shavkat Rakhmonov will be champion at the end of 2024.
Jack Della Maddalena.
Ugh.
What?
Ugh.
He beats Gilbert. He's right there.
Yeah, but You don't think Shavkat's gonna be champion? Like,
I think he'll be champion before then.
oh, so you're saying
I think JDM takes it from him.
that's crazy. I mean, actually, now that thinking about it,
Why?
he probably has the best chance, maybe, just off of like Jeff Neal's
JDM.
boxing. Kind of messed up Shavkat, and
For sure.
that's what JDM does. Man,
Yeah.
that's a fight I didn't even know I
That's
wanted.
what I got.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to middleweight. I'm saying Jared Cannonier will be middleweight champion of the world 2024.
I love that pick. That's a great pick. Unfortunately, Rodriguez is going to be the champion for a little while.
All right. Whatever. Light heavyweight. I'm going Khalil Roundtree.
I want Alex to keep it. Nice. I want Alex to keep it.
Alex to keep it. That's what Jared's saying. Alex to keep it. And heavyweight, I think this is a no-brainer.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
What?
Jamal. Jamal's going to get it back. Jamal Hill's getting it back.
Revenge.
Yeah.
And then heavyweight, Tom Aspinall. Easy money.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't see anybody beating him.
I mean, unless John Jones sticks around.
John Jones, John Schmones. Whatever.
I would love that fight.
Yeah. I mean, that should be happening next, but I guess Dana really likes Stipe Miocic. Yeah.
What about the ladies?
Ladies, we're going strawweight. I'm picking Tatiana Suarez to be strawweight champion of the world.
Okay. Zhang Weili.
Zhang Weili retains, according to Jared Hera. Flyweight.
She's very good.
Yes, she is very good.
She's very good.
Flyweight, I'm going to say Alexa also retains. Wait, no. Take it back. You're not going to like this one. Tracy Cortez.
What?
Yeah.
How is Tracy Cortez going to beat Erin Blanchfield?
How is she not? She already beat her. They fought, and she already beat her.
When did that happen?
Let me look it up right now. I'm if I'm not mistaken, it was like right before she got in the UFC. Yeah. Dude, the fight before she got on the Contender Series, she beat Erin Blanchfield. It's Erin Blanchfield's one loss is to Tracy Cortez. Yeah.
Oh, well, she's learned so much. She
has, yeah. She's, they're
sound.
Both. Erin's really young, so she was probably even younger when they fought. But I think that's who's gonna do it.
I got Erin.
You got Erin.
Yeah.
And then bantamweight, I think it's just so clear that Chelsea Chandler will be the women's bantamweight champion of the world.
I'm going Pena.
Yeah, I like that also.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all our champions.
Those are our picks.
Those are our picks, guys.
We'll listen back in a year and just be like, we were so right.
Yeah. We'll listen back in a year and Alex Caceres will be featherweight champion of the world. We'll be like, what were we thinking? What was wrong with us?
Yeah. Could be.
Who knows? I mean,
you didn't think so you don't think Hamzat's going to have a belt?
No, cuz I think I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know. He's too much of a wild card in terms of like if he's even gonna fight. That it's hard to confidently say he'll even fight next year to get put in a title shot. So we'll see. But I think if he does get the opportunity, he very well could be champion. Oof, stomach.
I like it, man. Another year. Another year
of tomfoolery. Another year of find it.
Well, cool, man.
Ian Wedrick.
Reign supreme.
Well, have beautiful holidays, and we will we'll pick this back up strong next year.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see ya.
Yeah, and stay safe out there.
Yeah. Peace.